Thank you to all my channel members, including my fan appreciation level members and my contributor level members, for helping support the YouTube channel. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I have my June 2025 TBR. These are the books I intend to read in June. And this should be fun because it's going to be very different from my May TBR. So basically what happened was in May, I had originally planned 6 new release books that I was going to read, which was a lot, but I thought I'll balance some 6 new release books with some old books. But then, a couple of things. I had a book from April carryover because it didn't release till the last day of April and I couldn't read it in time because my copy hadn't arrived. And then I had a book from August that was sent to me way early by the publisher, and I wanted to go ahead and get it done because on NetGalley they actually, you have to get it done by a certain time. And then I had another book from another publisher show up that I was like, well, I want to go ahead and read that. So I basically only read new releases in the month of May, which is crazy. And I didn't get to work on my backlog at all. And my regular plans, like my Star Wars Expanded Universe reads, and some of my self-published reads, and my indie, like a bunch of that stuff, and my historical fiction, all of that fell by the wayside in May because I couldn't get to it all. And I felt really bad. So in June, I only have 1 new release book to read, and the rest of the books are back catalogs, so I get to focus this time. So I'm really excited to focus, and I don't have many in June. I think I only have like 1 book releasing in June or July as well, and maybe only like 1 in August. So I have some time to work on my backlist. My backlog, whatever it's called. So we'll start out, of course, what's the 1 new release book I plan to read? Well, that's going to be Trials of the Jedi by Charles Soule. It's the final Star Wars High Republic novel, final adult book, final book in the series. I'm really excited for it. Charles Soule wrote one of my favorite Star Wars novels of all time with Light of the Jedi. He also just wrote an amazing book, The Oracle Year. He's a great author. I'm super excited to read the end of the High Republic. But I'm also a little bit ready for it to be done so that we can have some time, do some other books, and then move on to the next big publishing initiative, which I really hope is the Old Republic era. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that's the only new release on the list. But let's talk about what else is on the list. First off, I owe an apology to this author. This book was on the April TBR, and I just didn't get to it. And that's Stone and Tide by Z.S. Diamante. Big fan of Z.S. Diamante. The first book I thought was really good in his series, the Stone and Sky book, and I also read the prequel short stories. And I've wanted to get to the rest of the series because I want to read more self-published, and I really like the cover, and I really like these books. But and I'm not kidding when I tell you, right when I was going to sit down to read this series, something happened in my life, and it just derailed everything, and I said I have to pick certain things over other things, and the end of April was crazy. Let me just tell you, the end of April was absolutely nuts. And so I basically said, I just got to put this book down. But I am really hoping to get to it in June because I really want to read it, and I have book 3 that I also want to get to, and I want 100% the series. So I apologize for not getting to it yet, C.S. Diamante, but I do plan to get to it eventually. So that'll be a self-published read for this month. I also plan to get back to a John Grisham book. It's been a while since I've read John Grisham, and I like to sprinkle these types of books in to kind of throw off my, so I'm not just reading the same books over and over, like just read fantasy, sci-fi, Star Wars. I want to make it different. So I'm adding in John Grisham's The Firm, which is one of his first published books, one of his most famous books, I think it is his most best-selling book, besides maybe A Time to Kill. And I've really wanted to read this for a while. Everyone talks about how great it is. And my goal is to 100% all of Grisham's books one day. It will not be for a while, let me tell you. He's a lot of books. But I want to 100% his series eventually, or his books eventually. And so, yeah, it's a firm, it's a legal thriller. I go into these books blind, so we'll see what happens. I also plan to read a science fiction novel titled Mercury by Ben Bova. It's been a while since I've been back. It's been about, 6 months since I read my last Ben Bova book. Wow, that's hard to say. Anyway, it's been a while since I've read the Ben Bova series, and I want to get back into it. And this book, Mercury, is from his Grand Tour universe, like Mars and Jupiter and Saturn and all that stuff. But it's a standalone, and it's really short. And I was like, I'm going to include it in the June TBR, and I'm really excited to get back into some Ben Bova. I don't know when my next one after this will be, because it might be a while, but I'm really excited to at least read Mercury. I also plan to read some Star Wars Expanded Universe books. I had been reading like 3 or 4 a month, January, February, March, April, and then I think I only did 2 in April. And then, of course, in May I did none because I focused on new releases. So I got to get back on it because my original goal for this year was to 100% the EU by December, and I am a little bit behind on my goal. I'm about a month-ish behind. So I need to keep doing 3-ish books a month to keep that up. So, this month on the list, I have Planet of Twilight by Barbara Hambly. This is one of those, I just got to read it to get through it. I'm not particularly excited for it, but we'll see. Maybe Barbara Hambly will shock me. I loved her Dragonsbane book, but did not love Children of the Jedi, or Children of the Force, Children of the Jedi, whatever it was called. Or no, is it Children of... I don't remember what it was called, but the first book I did not like. So let's hopefully I'll like Planet of Twilight better. I've heard from most people that it's better. I also have Tales from the New Republic, which is a short story novella collection. I read Tales from the Empire, and I enjoyed it. It was fine. I've been told this is better, which makes me kind of excited to read it. So this is more short stories. It's the last short story collection I have to read for Star Wars. So for the Expanded Universe, I should say. Then the third EU book I plan to read in April is, or not in April, in June. Man, I'm so messed up this video. Is Patterns of the Force by Michael Reeves. This is the third and final book in the Coruscant Nights trilogy. Loved the first book, really enjoyed the second book, think I'll have a blast with the third book, 100% this trilogy. And yeah, it's really short, so it should be fun. I also do have a Star Trek book on the schedule, and that's going to be Gateways, Book 4 of 7, Demons of Air and Darkness, from the Deep Space Nine line by Keith DeCanada. Keith DeCanada is a great author. Most of his books I love, and I'm really excited to see what he does with the Gateways series, and hopefully, just like Book 3, this is going to be a banger. I really hope so, because Book 3 was great, Books 1 and 2, not so great. So, well, hopefully this will be good. The last book on my TBR for June is a historical fiction, The She-Wolf by Maurice Druon. Been reading through this series. It's book 5. I still have to find book 6 and 7 somewhere, but oh man, this series is so good. And it's one of my favorite historical fiction series. And this is actually the longest book in the series, at least so far. I think it's even longer than 6 and 7. It's about 400 pages, which the other books have been like 280 to like 300 pages. So they've been a lot shorter. So I'm excited. We got a beefy book here. So those are all my reading plans for the month of June. Working on my backlog a lot. I have one new release. Working on, I have historical fiction. I have a thriller. I got Star Wars, Star Trek, science fiction, fantasy. Got self-pub, indie pub. I got all that stuff here. So if you've read any of these, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and what do you plan to read in June? Let me know all your thoughts and the opinions in the comments section down below. Please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.